the frames dropping. Big man, don't do that to me. I do have performance mod needed, but we'll see. La 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 la. What's the sound at the top? Let's put this on performance mode, please, because the frames are dropping. Well, hello everybody and welcome to Division 1. We are back in Azerbaijan this week. We've got 18 drivers on the grid. A bit too less than we should have. I think 2 have dropped out last minute. Not too sure, to be honest with you. Of course, we have No Jug not in it again, and we have one of the Alpha Tower, the Alpine drivers. Not, I don't think we have everyone basically out on an outlet. Now we're in Baku. It's obviously a very tricky track indeed. We're gonna go on board with the Alfa Romeo, who seems to be out first and about to start his lap. So Rancy, it's a bit loud. My ears. If there is a problem with the stream or the sound, please tell me because I cannot see. Now, Baku's an interesting track when it comes to especially getting the setup, because obviously you need a car specifically set up for the straight line speed down the main straight. However, obviously, when you come to Sector 2, especially those the castle section, you need as much aerodynamics to get your car to turn. To be honest with you, and it really depends on how much you put on the adjustment off throttle as well. I feel like, especially like this section here, is where you're gonna see a lot of problems. And with Verde, I think we've got a problem with racing Ryan. Seems like he's gone off. Maybe he's got some front wing damage. No, nothing at all. Let's go back to Ramsey. But yeah, you kind of have to find the right balance, and obviously, with Div 1 drivers, they'd be a bit more used. They can adjust it to have lower wings. As obviously Ramsey hit the purple sector 3 as well. Obviously Ramsey's very quick, but he's also the first driver out, so nothing out of the ordinary there. We see expect a strong showing today from the small staple of Fox Blueback, which is interesting. Obviously, we know 139.7, a very good lap from Rancy there. When Spaff is coming over 140. Let's see his teammate Fox Blue. Where's he gonna come in with? Comes with a 140.4. Very rusty start from him. From Fox Blue. Just gonna stay on board with Kazinga with a 140.5. Obviously, won Div 2 yesterday and got a pole lap of a 139.8. So probably has a lot more time to find the racing Ryan with a 140.4. I must have mistaken him. It was him that had the incident. Anyway, we're gonna stay on board with D-Max because he's riding without his teammates. His tool gets fastest lap of the session, a 139.3. That's rapid. Near esports times. Woof. 2. Okay. 139.3, nearly 5 tenths faster. Sorry, 4 tenths faster. Donkey Dando coming with a 139.2. A tenth faster than Tool put in. And this is some very good laps to set in. And let's see where D-Max can go up. P6, a 40.1. Probably has some time to find there. D-Max, we all know how quick he is. Let's go over to Stav. He's coming through Sector 3 now. We're going to have an Alpine of Nicky Lauer coming in P11 of 41. Stav comes into P7 of 40.3. Decent lap time so far to begin with. Obviously we've not had any incidents yet, which is very good to see. We have a Ferrari of Spackers coming in the pits here. We're going to go to Brent, who in the Williams yet to score points in the constructors. Anyone in the constructors is yet to score points. His teammate is on a 42.2. Definitely had a problem there, or otherwise he needs to improve massively. Where can Brent go? Brent goes P3 with a 39.4, showing out for the Williams. Maybe they can score points this week if he can stay out of trouble, and by trouble I mean the wall. Let's go to Wesley. Just avoiding that Alpine on the inside there. It doesn't seem like it's gonna beat pole, but it's gonna be P4, 39.6. Everyone saying some pretty decent lap times to begin with, to be honest with you. But let's go to last week's winner, Black Mamba, on an outlap. Still, he's the one yet to set a time, alongside McManaman and 10K. But obviously, McManaman's just come out. 10K still in the pits. You sound tired, that's a problem. A little. Apologies for that, sorry. Just a little. I have to show out for Div 1. Again, I'll build into it, sorry. Quality, yeah, beginning of quality is gonna be a bit finished, to be honest. I don't know who this guy is, Stenden. He must be a reserve driver, surely. Yeah, he's a reserve driver. I have no idea who he is. I didn't know Niki Lauda was a reserve driver either, to be honest. Is the sound, if you're listening, is the sound better this week? Because I tried to fix it. Hopefully you can hear me. It's actually loud enough, because some people tell me it's not. It's very quiet. So yeah. So, Black Mamba, last week's winner, obviously played a really great strategy. A safety car came out and really did him a tenfold of success. But he's got some pace. He's got some really good pace. But he pairs up some really good strategic and plays throughout the stretch of the race. So he's good at reading the landscape of the race. He's good at reading the layout and how things are unfolding in front of him. So yeah, it's just going to be wondering if he can do that again today. Obviously, teammate Stav with a 40.3. Quite interesting to see where he can push his car up onto the Aston Martins, obviously. And while this lap is going on in front of you, I'm going to give you a little rundown of the standings. As you can see from last week, after Stewart's reports, we have a little bit of a update. Asian. Oh, so wait, Black Mama didn't win last week. Sorry, apologies. Asian is in P1 with 43 points. 10K second place with 27. Black Mamba third, 26. Shabby P5 with P4 with 25. Only having that one win in the opener. Kazingle, the Div 2 driver, out in P5, Rancy P6, Bathurst P7, McManaman P8, Staff P9, and Wesley P10. That rounds out your top 10. As we saw, as Black Mamba hit a Sector 2 purple, looks like this could be a pretty good lap. Is it going to be enough for provisional pole? It's going to be tight. I don't think it's going to be pole position. It's going to be P8. Not what he was under. Ooh, Rancy's had a bit of a collision, and I think that's his car out. Let's go to Kazinga's car, see if I can get any views on that. That's obviously a D-Max has had a problem as well on his outlap. He had a problem with Rancy. Yeah, you can see the car right up ahead on the castle. That's the wrong Williams to see, and we've missed it again. But obviously the car's not there. But Rancy's out of quali. Big moment there in qualifying. And Spaffist, by the way, completely missed it. Is up in P1, Sector 2, Sector 3. It's going some slow. Let's see if we can stay on board with Tool. Maybe he's on a lap. Seems like he's on a lap. Let's stay on board with him. Sector. Ooh, is that a safety? Safety car? Nah, but we're good. We're good. So we got one Ferrari out here today. Obviously, Spaffner's the lone wolf out here. Riding into the sunset, out in pole position, close to that 38. We'll have someone break into the 38 for sure. Just I want to see who. Unless Spaffis keeps that pole position. Could it be Tool? How quick is he on that straight? I didn't see any purples pop up, and I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. It could be. Yes, it is. Tool is on provisional pole for Baku, 38.8. Fucking hell, that's that's 2/10 faster than Spaffis. Go to Brent. He's on sector 1. Let's just move down the pecking order and see if we can get a cheeky little stab on sector 3. He's not on a lap. Oh, he was on a lap time. Okay. Let's just stay on board with Donkey Dan. No. 10K, because 10K's on a lap. And he's invalidated, so he's not on a lap. Before I give you before I try to stop giving you a seizure, let's go to the links. If you can improve from that 42.2. Now, let's be honest, it's going to be an improvement because he clearly had a problem for that lap. But let's see where he can push the Williams. Can he compete with Brent's time? No. It's only a 40.9. Brent really having the clear edge here. Maybe Brent's on for some good points maybe today. But Link's just struggling to keep up with him. The reserve driver, let's see where he puts his up. He's on an outlap still. Let's go to Wesley, who is not on a lap. Who is P4 now, by the way. McManaman left the session. Interesting. Still in the pits. And Lynx has crashed out. So, well, he won't be improving his time. That's the end of Sector 1 completed for him. And that's his qualifying completed. Check the div one chat to see what's going on. Ooh, gonna get some. We have a lot of problems right now for quali for some drivers. A bit of driver interaction there, but he's on a lap. No. If he's going for another spin on those tires, wouldn't be surprised. He's on an invalidated lap. He is not on an invalidated lap. We stick with the Mercedes of someone's SRL name, who I shall not say because I cannot, and I will not try to pronounce. Yeah, this is not going to be an improved lap time for sure. He's clearly on another outlap because, yeah, unless he's really messed up, that Mercedes. But yeah, let's go to Spaffis. Maybe he's on a lap of some sorts. Seems like he's about to start a lap of some sorts. So let's stick with him. See if he can outdo Tool. Tool, by the way, let's remember, Tool was on pole position last race. It's just he got himself into a lot of trouble throughout the race. So it all depends if his racecraft is up to his speed, because he's a quick driver, 38.8. But he needs to keep himself out of trouble because It'll just do it to you, man. It will just ruin you. Let's go on board with Spaffis right now. See how it takes that corner in third gear. Shifts up to 4, gets a great exit out of that corner. Ooh, touches the castle there. That's gonna be his lap time ruined. That's gonna really hinder his lap time. There ain't no way. Yeah, I don't think he's using his DRS. He's saving. Yep. Unfortunate indeed. It seemed like he was starting on a good lap, but it's not how it works. Sector 1, a little bit of Mercedes trouble. Everyone seems to be on an out lap, apart from Black Mamba. Is he on a lap? No, he's not on a lap. So let's go over to Fox Blue. I'm gonna be on board with Fox Blue a bit. I don't know much about his driving. I don't know really how fast he is. I've heard a lot of good things. Spaffis is out in tired in the pits. Must have been furious from that end of that lap. Maybe his last set of those tires. The degradation on the soft tires in Baku is incredible. It is really bad. Really kind of unusable for race. Unless you get a really late safety car. So I do not expect anyone to start on any softs or even think about a soft strategy. But they're the group he is. And obviously, wow, cheers genius. And they are the best tires, but they will last you around 4 laps, maybe 3.5 before they instantly drop off massively. So they're not worth it to use. As we see him take the castle now, where I think a lot of problems, especially in T lap 1. I was gonna say T1 because usually it's T1, but it's not T1. I think in this specific track, it's gonna be probably T2. Because of how narrow it is, and people are going to be trying to dive bomb each other like it's World War II. So hopefully we have a little bit of relaxed mindsets out there whilst this lap is on. So I think Fox Blue isn't going to improve. I think he's 5/10 down on his time. We look behind him. I think we've got a cheeky little Brent behind him. You don't think he's gonna improve? He might improve though. So no, he's in the pits. Not gonna be an improvement. Any movements? Tool sets a 38.5. That is rapid. 5/10 faster than Spaffis, unless Donkey Dan can do something about it. Black Mamba's finished. Brent is in P5. He moves up to P4. Donkey Dan invalidated, won't improve. Wesley. Racing Ryan finishes in P11 outside the top 10. Wesley in P5 right now. Is he on an improved lap time? We don't know. We're going to have to see in the end of this lap. P3 pushes Donkey Dan out. Doesn't break into the front row. 10 Kate obviously not invalidated. I'm thinking of someone else. But he's in the pits, so he won't improve. And that's your qualifying session done. Tool takes pole position for the second week running. Spaffis locks out that front row. It's the Lone Wolves actually. No, they have no teammate. P1, P2, P3. We got a cheeky little Wesley with a 39.1. Donkey down in P4, invalidated, so may have improved. We don't know. Brent P5, next in P6. Steph P7, Fox P8, 9th 10 Kate, 10th Rancy. And then in order, Racing Ryan, Black Mamba, D-Max, Kazingle, Sten, Lynx, Mickey Lauda, and McManaman from 11th to 18th. I must say, there's a lot of disappointing results here. I know it's not everyone's favorite track, but I know Kazingle has a lot more pace in him on a lap anyway than a 40.2. Probably could have broken into at least the 10th place, probably. He could have found 10th place, maybe 11th, but from yesterday, maybe yesterday was a cracker of a lap. Couldn't quite find his pace. But Black Mamba as well, not in the top 10. Struggling on this track. D-Max as well. We all know D-Max has some serious pace in this division. And yeah, it seems like they're just struggling a bit. I can understand Kazinga is it's harder for him to compete with the rest. He's a clean driver, so probably will gain a lot of positions. But yeah, this is your grid. We just go down here. I'm very surprised by Brent, like in the sense like we all know Brent's got pace, but he's actually showed it. He's got some good pace. P5, next in P6. Stav, maybe P7, maybe could have done a lot more than I thought he could have. Fox, Rusty, can't really comment on that much. McManaman didn't set a lap in. But, Nicky Lauda usually quite fast on this track. 41 is there's a lot more room for improvement, I think. So, especially for Div 1 drivers, I think you should be breaking into that 40. But you know what? Bad sessions happen. Bad sessions do happen. People getting in each other's way, as I've seen in the chat, that's what's happening. But yeah, I'm being critical. I don't care. What are you gonna do? Fire me. If you don't like it, send a report. Yeah. Now, I will say I think the best tire here is the hards. It's gonna be interesting to see what people start on. Because I would not be surprised if a lot start from medium, especially if you're in the front of that grid. You're gonna want the best start possible. But the hards are just gonna last you like obviously the hards are meant to last way longer, but they're actually, if you get through the first stint with them, like the first couple of laps, get them tired, warmed up, they can go quite a long way. Because as I said, the degradation on this track is terrible. It's really, really bad. You can really feel it. And starting on the mediums, and then just hoping the hards will last out the whole way. Of course, softs off the table. I don't think anyone is going to start on softs. As we could check now. Okay, so as you said, hards and mediums. Tool and Spaffis, starting on medium tires. And Wesley and Donkey Dan and Brent. That's the top 5, and that's starting on the hards. It's a very good mix, I think. We got... 6 drivers on the mediums and the rest on hard. Rancy and Black Mambas had a collision there. They're going to be starting on the grid with cold hard tires. So I'm telling you right now, we're going to expect some fireworks, and not in the good sense, in the beginning of this lap. Yeah, they're going to be on. Yeah, they're on track. They're going to have cold hard tires. So. Yeah, they're gonna have to be careful, especially not to get too much wheel spin off that start, especially if you have it warmed off enough. So like they're gonna have to probably Black Mamba and Rancy's having a terrible session today. He crashed out in quali. He's gonna start on the grid with cold tires. I would not be surprised if he loses his head. It's gonna be a real test of his patience. Yeah. So just reading the chat to see if anything else happened. Damn. So Tool got that time right, and he messed up his second sector, from what I heard. So yeah, Tool's got some pace. I think he's got some pace in his legs. I'm assuming the pit window is gonna open around lap for the hards lap. Thank you, lads. Thank you. I say lap 11, lap 14. But I probably say you can take the hards to lap 16. I think before it really drops off. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some. Ooh, that's a spin behind us. Well, that's Stav. We're seeing a lot of. Ooh, that's kind of looks like a mashup of people, man. Anyway. We're on pole position with Tool. We're on, we're we're on border, Tool. The lights are out. They're here in Azerbaijan, and we're away we go. It seems like Tool has got quite a slow start, but compared to Spaffis has a decent start coming behind him. We have a lot of movements coming up and down the grid. As we get a view of this, no instance through turn one, which is good to see. Tool stays out in front, 4/10 ahead already. A lot of movements. Rancy popping down the P13. Black Mamba as well, obviously due to those cold tires having a very slow start. Wesley, Donkey Dan, Brent, all within each other, very close to each other. Can this interval work, please? I can see how far people are with each other. Racing Ryan, looking to make a move down the inside, could clip the wing of the Alpine through. That was the, there's a lot of cars packed up into each other here. I'm surprised no crashes has happened. Very good to see though. Some clean driving. 2/10, everyone is really gunning for each other here. And this caster section could be a big factor to play. See behind them, no incidents there. And it seems like we're clean through one lap one. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, but yeah. A lot of movements. Kazinga moves down 2 places. McManaman gains 4 places. So does Sten up into the points. Racing Ryan as well up into the points. Fox Blue up to P6. Yeah, but Rancy and obviously Black Mamba, biggest losers right now. Those hard tires, cold hard tires, really playing the big difference there. Fox Blue making moves. Tool, obviously fast lap of the session, makes a move on Brent and moves up into P5. Getting his mojo back, it seems like. Can this work? Wait, sorry, can I? Glitched in it. Black Mamba's in the pits. Ooh, Sector 1. Sector 1, that is Lynx, Seemed like he's alright. I think Black Mamba, yeah, he had front wing damage, so. Not as bad as we could have had. No pile-ups. But yeah, just one front wing damaged. Go down to the battle here between, well, a lot of drivers. But yeah, Nexton on the rear end of Racing Ryan. It's a little bit of, usually the French like being behind the rears of the English. So he goes a bit wide there in that corner. Obviously he's not going to have the best exit. Racing Ryan does tap the wall in front of him, so he's got to be careful. Clipping a bit too much of the curbs here, I think Nexton is really slowing down his pace and letting Racing Ryan just break away from him. But he seems like setup is made for the straights a bit better, and I think this could be where he gains a lot of speed on him down this straight. But we're going to move over to Rancy and D-Max, a battle we would have wanted to see before this season started. We all know how quick these drivers are. Rancy, of course, that massive leap of divisions up to Div 1 and showing out in his first season. But I feel like he's going to get D-Max here now, bombing that rear end of that Red Bull. DRS is now enabled. He's using that ERS to get ahead, and he does make the move. D-Max is in the pits. Must have had some issues there, but Rancy's up to P12. And already making a move. It seems like, oh, and we got a problem with Lynx again. Got to be careful, make sure he turns around in time. Yeah, Lynx having a really bad start in that turn 1 especially, really having some problems. Not what he would have wanted, but we move. Rancy moves ahead of Stav, completely missed that. But yes, Rancy gaining his places back. Got the heat into those tires. Tool already 1.5 seconds ahead of Spaffis. Again, if he keeps it, he keeps that car ahead of him, and he does not get into any problems. Although it depends where he pits and comes out then. If he can just navigate that ongoing traffic, should be fine and dandy. Unless obviously an apparent and I'm expected safety car does come out. I'll be very surprised if safety car does not come out, to be honest. Rancy is already breaking out that time, but we're going to Nexton again. Back on the rear end of Racing Ryan. He seems to be losing a lot of time in the corners. but off the straight, his speed, his straight line speed. And I feel like this could be where he gets him. DRS obviously is going to be enabled for him. Racing Ryan does not have the privileges of that yet. And yeah, it's only a matter of time. I think Nexon gets him down this straight, moves up in a P7, unless he tries a massive dive bomb. Yeah, look at that. DRS down the straight, a slipstream helping him. He might not get him. He broke very early there. Maybe they helped him for the exit for this turn 1? I don't know, that was very early braking point. Good chain corner though, he's got that sector 1 on lock. It does seem like, I might add. Ooh, bit of snapback from Racing Ryan. Nearly having a moment there. Moves up in the P8. Sorry, down to P8. Mexon moves up to P7 from that move. Totally get the move done. Oh, Mystic Mac over here, lads. Woof. Just hope we don't see any 4 laps in. No problems. Lovely jobby. Starting to dwindle though the race. Everyone's starting to pull away from each other. Yeah, Spaffis, man. You gotta win it, man. You gotta fight. You gotta break him down. Break this tool down. He's a tool of a man. Break him down. Rancy moves ahead of Sten. Must have had an issue from Sten there, because he found a lot of time very quickly. Or is Sten playing a little bit of a twickeroony? He's gonna have that DRS open, maybe a little bit of a switch, gets him back in front. A Ferrari points, of course. Constructors battle, and he's touched the rear of him. Oh, and he's nearly lost it there, Sten. Got to be careful there. Come on, lads. Come on. Brakes a little late, and I'm surprised Rancy didn't have a little bit of a moment there and just crash into a wall. We could have seen a first safety car there, but he's got to be careful and not be so aggressive. Yeah, Datu is pulling away, man. He is pulling away very, very quickly. 5 laps, 2 seconds. Jeez. Sector 1. That is Black Mamba having another incident. Maybe is that another front wing damage? That is pretty much his race. Like he need a miracle to happen and drive his butt off. If he wants to salvage something, then yeah, it's no front wing again. He's got to be careful, especially go in that castle section with no front wing. Wallahi, I wish him the very best, and alhamdulillah to him. Wesley, Donkey Dan pulling away, and it seems like the top 3 are just pulling away from each other, and it's kind of going stale up front. It's like moldy bread, man. Fox Blue trying to make a challenge out of that. Obviously, he is in with that DRS. He's going to need Donkey Dan to pull away just a bit, so Wesley can just slip out of that zone. Oh, and looking right in front of us. Speaking of Donkey Dan, having a little bit of an exit, a little bit of a problem into the wall. And that's cost him 2 places. Not only did it cost him 2 places, it's cost him a front wing. Red Bull doesn't give you wings, apparently, guys. Oh, look at that. That's going to really affect him. I wouldn't be surprised if Brent's on his tail now. He would like some breakaway from... yeah, look at this. Look at the speed he's got. He's got to catch so much time with him on the castle sector. If we can keep this clean through, we could see a move from Brent here, coming through this next straight. Look how slow he's going in front. Look how much time he's gained on him. This is his opportunity to strike. 4 tenths down already. Look at that. Look at that corner. How he's taking that. I would like to know if that may be a cross-player thing as well. Sector 2. Who do we have? Ooh, that is a Lynx again. Lynx effect. Bit of an issue there, lad. We're not going to get off the battle though, because here's where Brent might take over from the Alpha Tower. Obviously the Alpha Tower is going to have to pit this lap, but how much can he hold them up for? It's going to be a drag race. Seems like he's holding out. Obviously the DRS now is going to give him that extra push. And Brent moves ahead. Next, Donkey Dan is coming to the pits. But Brent fighting with Nexton. And Nexton moves ahead of Brent P5. What a move from Nexton. Oh, and he's touched the rear end. And he's lost his rear. No. Sorry, lost the wing. And Lynx is DNF. That's surely a safety car. No way is that safety car. Now, oh my god, it's a safety car. You know what? That could play in 10K's hand. He's just pitted. Has he come out yet? Donkey Dan is... Oh my lord. That's unfortunate for Donkey Dan. Just a safety car just comes out now. I wonder if that's a retirement in the pits. I don't see his car. It gives Black Mamba a chance to get back into this race. Doesn't need to pit again. He might pit again. But yeah, does he pit? I'd be surprised if no one pits, to be honest. But we've got 3 laps of no racing, so. And there's a safety car I would said was gonna happen. Oh, we do. Tool's coming in the pits now. I'm going for the hards, probably. Spaffis as well coming into the pits. Obviously, they start on the medium strategy, looking to go long on these hards. 16 laps of hards, you can. It's doable. It's very done. It's not doable. It's actually what the pit window would be for a hard. So everyone's coming into the pits, man. Holy hell! Is it people on hards as well? Let's check the tires out. Seeing everyone coming for fresh hard. Rancy comes out the P2. Fox Blue stays out at P4 even though he's pitted. Whoa, fresh mediums. I don't know if that was the way to go. I don't think that's the way to do it. I think that's a massive mistake. I think going for the fresh mediums now, you're gonna need to pit. Okay, you're probably adjusting to the fact there's gonna be another safety car, because if you don't have another safety car, you're gonna drop a lot of positions. It's a risk you take, I guess, but fresh mediums, I'm not sure. Go on the rear side of him. Come on, show that safety car who's boss. just reading some of the chats just to get a bit of a give a view on the landscape of things. Let's groove tonight. Let the stars align. Oh, what did I miss here? Kazingle. You got no front wing, bro. He's got no front wing. He's got no front wing. Racing Ryan has a 5-second penalty. Got 5-second penalty, bro. And that forces Kazingle to go back on the hards, I guess. I can't imagine he stays on mediums. I'll tell you what, the Alfa Romeo is looking kind of in a good position here. P2 and P4 right now. I think I have to pit, yeah. To remind you guys, tomorrow we are back in Azerbaijan, Division 4, same time, 9 o'clock Central European time, 8 o'clock UK time. Back in Azerbaijan, safety car in the slap, and Monday we are back with pro clubs as well as club support to the team. Very helpful. But yeah, racing on the way again. Safety car is in this lap. We're gonna have 16 laps of racing. It does seem like 16 laps, 17 laps of racing. Come on, give me a little leeway here. Get some people. You see the people trying to get heat into those tires because he's pitted. No, he is not pitted. He's gonna have to pit surely. He's got no front wing. Anyway, this is gonna be interesting. The breakaway here. I want to see how Rancy breaks away. He's trying to play it off Rancy. He's gonna break away soon, probably in. He's waiting a long time to break away. And he break away. Tool gets a really not the best breakaway, I might add. But yeah, look at all people coming into the pits. A lot of movements. Yeah, Kazingle racing around, obviously due to the damages. Brent moves up a position. Looking out, D-Max trying to make that move. Everyone's obviously so close together. I would not be surprised if we get some more contact. We have Spaffis moving up in the P2 over Rancy. And the Alfa Romeos are right within each other, within their arm's reach. Rancy seems to get a better exit off that corner. Ooh, a little bit of that corner going too much, I think. And it's caused him to lose a lot of time. And Spaffis is even out of the DRS race. But Fox Blue seizing his opportunity, trying to make that move. You can't obviously make the move down the car, so please don't make the move down the car. It's probably stupid. Thank you. Probably didn't go as fast as he needed into that corner. And causing that little bit of a gap to happen. Ooh, and that's going to be Nexton. Nexton is spun coming out of the thing. I don't know if that was contact or anything. But Nexton all the way back down to 15th. It doesn't seem like a safety car is needed. I don't think it's damage to the front wing, but not terrible damage. I think it's drivable. So no safety car is going to happen. Spaffis though, 6/10 within of my man, 2 man, as you can see from here. Gaining on him on the straight. He needs to keep this pressure up. He needs to wait for DRS to be enabled. Then he has him. He cannot let Tool get away from him again. Riding those corners isn't going to be the best of health either. He's still on that 4/10. If he can keep this up for another lap, he'll be in that DRS hunt, and the race will really be on then. Seems like he's faster than Tool. Tool got damage. Really gaining through these corners. Yeah, the exit speed is just on a totally unparalleled level right now. Seems like Tool might be. He's not using the RS. It seems like he got some damage. Some front wing damage. Not sure. Ooh, a little bit of snapback. You saw that from Tool. That's lost him a lot of time. It all depends how from the exit he can get off this. Keeps under control. Good exit. You can see the chase on sector 3. A bit of a problem with 10K again. Down to P14. Spaff is trying to get down that slipstream. Spaff. DRS is now enabled, so this is the crucial lap if you can keep within that range. Kazingo down in P15, not where he would have wanted to be this race, to be honest. It's down to the setups, different setups I think they use from Div 2 to Div 1. Or at least these drivers are more accustomed to the wankier setups. Ooh, very, very deep. Bit of a lock up there going into that corner. Spaff is doing extremely well to keep this fight on for like long as it has been. Obviously used a bit more of ERS. Tool has barely touched the ERS, still down at 83% really. Spaff is going to be careful for his thing because so that starts blinking red, that's giving also an opportunity for Rancy to catch up. Rancy hasn't touched it as much as well, so has Fox. But anyway, he's going to pass through that DRS detection zone. He will have it. Tool could be a sitting duck here. Could he have enough to make the move? See the Ferrari catching up, the prancing horse against the Haas. I don't think he'll have enough this time around, but this is good pace. 210s is the. He's going to have DRS coming through this corner again. Maybe he'll be looking to make a move down this straight. If we can keep that slipstream going. Doesn't have enough. Tool using a lot more of that ERS to keep his car ahead. I mean, it works. It keeps him in P1. Go down to the McLaren, Mercedes, sorry. A little bit of a three-way battle between Staff, McManaman and Sten. And there's one massive DRS chain going on from Rancy all the way down to D-Max. Welcome to Baku. Sector 2, we have a Mamba on the field. I repeat, we have a Mamba on the field. Mamba is back on field. I repeat, Mamba is back on field. And that gives Kizingle an opportunity to catch up with my said Mamba. And it could be hunting season. Whereas he moves up and takes the move on Brent. You can see maybe some movements down here. Coming down this straight. Keep an eye on Kizingle's battle as well. Oh, he hits the wall. They're gonna be extremely careful. Surprised that's not worse. I think maybe going into the pits, maybe fake that out, try to fake it out, I'm not sure. Oh, but Spaffis into that 210s. He's just always 210s off of 2. Sector 1. Oh, and that's is that Black Mamba? He's off again. Second time this race, compared to how he rejoins the track. Racing Ryan gets ahead of him. Next and not that far ahead, to be honest. But second time in one lap. I wonder if he's got any damage. Seems like it's okay. Over to a D-back. Go over to any one of these. Black Mamba, 5 seconds of speeding in the penalty. I would not be surprised if he's going to retire here. Yeah, he's going for new front wing, sector 2. Ooh, it's a safety car. That's D-Max in the wall. Jesus Christ, I was just on him. He's got no front wing. Gotta be careful on the traffic coming in. He has got Kazinga, his teammate, coming through. Why is he broke? Why is he broke completely? Oh, it's a VSC. No, it's a safety car. I tell you what, this could be well good for some of these drivers. Yeah, drivers are pitting already. Why? I don't understand why pit from the hards. For new what? Yeah, new mediums. Okay. Actually, 10 laps of mediums. You could probably stretch it. You could probably stretch 10 laps of mediums. Yes, you could. Sorry, apologies for that. We would probably have around, let's say, 8 laps of racing. 8 laps of racing, might I say? Update con Inter Benfica 1-1, Bayern Man City 0-0. Wesley's going to be in front right now, but obviously he's going to need to pit. Part could cause a nuisance to Tool and maybe hold him up when Spaffis... on raw pace, Spaffis isn't passing Tool. obviously he's going to need to have VRS and DRS to get past him. He can, very much so, but I think on just flat out pace, no DRS, he can't pass him. However, Wesley holds him up, possibly gives Spaffis the opportunity to win this race. Rancy, obviously, probably having the best recovery, but Brent, by the way, just to keep this there, is still in P5, looking like a very, very good showing for the Williams driver. Everyone knows that if you drive in a Williams, you are supposedly like you're in contention to win the drivers and the constructors championship. That's how it works, because every Williams driver is like usually top tier in DTR. I think in all divisions every Williams driver should be at least top 3, so there should be a P1, P3, but yeah, it's just how it is. Safety car is in this lap. Wesley is going to break the pack away. Why is he 1.4 seconds ahead of Tool? I don't know. There's some more heat into those tires. Get a little bit of a view from the behind. Look at the cars swerving. It's almost like a snake. Yeah, they're in sync. There's gonna be one hectic breakaway, I feel like. Wesley's broken away here very early. Fox Blue makes the move on Brent. Brent sends it down the inside. What a move by Brent. Is wheel by wheel. He's got to be careful. Oh, and he's touched. Oh, that could be a big problem. I think it seems like it's okay, but that was wheel by wheel. I think that's just a racing incident. You got to live by it. Fox Blue trying to go around the outside. Look at the moves trying to go down here. It's wheel by wheel action. People on the balcony are going crazy. They're loving it. Everyone's smoking that ganja and they're feeling like they're in a whole new world. Brave New World. You should read the book. It's pretty good. But Brent, what an overtake by Brent. 2 10 behind. Wesley will go on board. Wow, Brent, that was ballsy and that worked off. Fair play to Brent. That was a great move. What a move indeed. Spaff is already out of that 1 second. That's not what he would have wanted to be, and he's on the hards. I think pitting for new hards isn't the way. It was not the way to go. Maybe he didn't have an extra set of meat. I don't know. It was not the way to go. See the limit of the position changes next, and obviously dropping down the most 7 positions. McManaman up into the points, a very, very decent showing from him, but Brent, that move up into P4 was the highlight of the race so far, I must say. Wesley out in first, but I think he's going to get caught by the car of Tool as he moves down into P2. Yes, he does. Moves ahead into P1. Let bygones be bygones, they say. Didn't really do much of holding him up for Spaffers. Spaffers found really trucked off on pace, it seems like. That those hards will do that to you. Stan coming into the pits. Is that a new front wing change? No, it's new tires. Oh, it is new front wing change. Fair enough. Already breaking that 1.1 barrier. I think this is Two's race to lose. It always was. Spaffis isn't making it any harder for him right now. Rancy as well, gaining on Brent. That's going to be a battle we're going to keep looking at. Brent also on an outside chance for podium position, so he has to keep in that fight. Maybe some penalties arise. You never know. Gotta keep in the fight. Gotta keep in the fight. He is gaining. He's gaining, Brent. It could be in that DRS at any time soon. Give maybe two laps. DRS is enabled. So Wesley is a sitting duck here at sector 2, and that is a Mercedes of Sten. He just came in for a new front wing. Damn it, don't. He's on softs as well. Would not be surprised if we see some action. Never want to see you cry, but I'm active. Yeah. Go down to Spaffis, who seems to really have gained on Wesley here. Just gotta find an opportunity to pounce on the McLaren driver, who's having a pretty decent race today, might I add. P2 right now as it stands. If we had no front wing there for a second, Jesus, really belling it in the shade. Yeah, Brent also on an attack from Rancy behind him, as you can see how close they are. Which Rancy could get that move done on the straight. I don't think he'll have enough time to do it, so he's gonna have to wait for the main straight, but DRS is enabled. So you're gonna watch maybe 2 moves could be done here. Oh, Brent. Seems like he has a bit of a slow start going, trying to go wheel by wheel. Oh! Oh, whoa, what's happening here? Big crash. Brent down to P9. I think he got squeezed there. Brent all the way down to P16. How unfortunate for Brent. He was up in the points, probably on a possible chance for a thing. Spaffis is on making a move on Wesley as well. Oh, a little bit of a touch there from Wesley. A bit of a double braking. Rancy moves up in the P4, and that is extremely unfortunate for Brent. He's gonna be fuming. Sector 1. That's a McLaren. That's Racing Ryan. Let's check Racing Ryan real quick. What's up with him? He seems fine. He's taking on the chin. Brent, though, however, not taking on the chin. He's on for softs, maybe. He's got to push like hell, but he could get a point still. He has the pace. Definitely has the pace to get the points. Push like hell, that's what he's got to do. Oh, wow, that is extremely unfortunate. Really unfortunate for the Williams driver. The donkey down a 3-second time penalty. Corner cutting. I haven't seen a lot of those, because there isn't places to cut the corners here. So, you cut the corners, you die. Your car's out. So, Staff 3/10 behind Fox Blue. Things are starting to heat up here at the end of this race. 6 laps remaining here in Azerbaijan. And it seems like the winner's wrap, but the race isn't finished yet. 4.4 seconds separates P1 to P2, but the rest of the grid is in an everlasting battle to the end. DRS is on flock for all of these drivers. DRS is getting its money today. It's getting more of its money. People are going to start depleting that ERS. You're going to leave it all out there on the track. Two with a 142, 1 on the mediums. Ugh, stinky. Like in a good way, stinky. Wesley moves up in the P3. Oh, Rancy is in. They're going wheel by wheel here. I think Rancy might have to get a back. Oh! Oh, and he's touched twice. Whoa, that's a bit of a sexual tension going on over there, lads. But I think the where's Wesley? Wesley's ahead. It seems like just by causing late braking. Oh, he's got to pull out that one, or it would have been straight into the wall for Rancy. A little bit of snapback for Wesley. Oh, and he's touched the rear of him. This is some tension going on behind these 2 drivers, man. Trying to take the outside line. He's got to be careful. Like, no one's giving up, man. No one's giving up any places, and that's going to cause a massive collision. And both Rancy and Wesley, well, Wesley mostly, has been shafted here. He's got to be careful not to cause a massive collision. This could be bad. This could be really bad. Fox Blue tells him thank you very much and moves up to P3. Rancy stays in P4. Well, that's a lot of damage. Rancy gets a 3-second time penalty. That pushes his time a lot down. Whew, let's take a breather. Let's take a breather. It was a hectic lap. Mamba bopped over Donkey Dan P14. Donkey Dan obviously not having a good race today. Maybe Baku isn't his track, but it doesn't matter. You got to be on your game. Kazingal, as I said, clean driver, is up in the points and could be on for a move, a double move here. We can stay behind the slipstream of this Alpine of Nexton. Of Nicky Lauda. Sector 1, we have a problem with the Mercedes. Is that who I think it is? I think it is Stern. Yes, it is Stern. He's going to get lapped. Oh, he's got to be careful here, though, because Tool could be really held up here. Look at the speed, straight line speed from Kazingal. It's going to make her move down on Wesley and could possibly make the move down on Nicky Lauda. Would have thought we'd be saying that in our lifetime. Kazingal making a move on Nicky Lauda. That's the Kazingal Twinkle. That's his signature move, the Kazingal Twinkle. Don't you worry. DRS is going to be enabled again like it is for every one of these drivers racing around. Wesley pitting, having massive damage. And that's Kazingal up in the P8. He's just got to keep it clean, and he's on for a really good finish here today again. Maybe an outside chance for P5, who knows? Rancy's got that 3-second time penalty, so you never know. By the way, Rancy drops down to P5. Didn't need to make sure that was seen there. 10K as well. Oh, doing Manaman on Rancy. Rancy seems like he might have some damage here. Really, really, really dropping off the pace. Oh, and it's a big crash into the castle. No! It's a pile up into the castle. We've got to be careful here. A lot of front wings were lost. I wonder if that's any damage to Kazingal's car. Ongoing traffic. Mick Manaman was just rear-ended into the next millennium there. Kazingal stays out in P8, but I don't know for how much long. I think his wings are fine. But he isn't going to be making that much of a push anymore for P5, I'll tell you that much. Rancy got his saving grace, but man, that move from 10K, questionable. Very, very, very questionable, and indeed. Stavs, 5/10 off of Fox Blue. Fox on his return could be getting a podium, well also could be in another big battle with Stav. Stav's going to want this, especially for the Aston Martins. Spafford seems like he's in no man's land right now. No one's in front of him, no one's behind him. Can have a clean race, but we're keeping on board with Kazingal. Oh, McManaman seems like he's had a lot of problems here. D-Max has moved ahead of him, of Nexton. Nicky Lauda's dropped 2 places. Has he got damage? Can I get a view of his... No, I guess not. We'll stay on board with Kazingal. But Staff, however, look at that. Right on the rear of Fox. Sorry, nearly missed that. I saw the 99 hundredths of a second. Yeah, we're okay. I'm surprised you haven't had more incidents like that in the castle, to be honest with you. I'm surprised that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It's been a clean race for the most part. There's been some incidences that have been very, very shaky, might I add. But, however, we move, we fly into the moon type of stuff. Frank Sinatra. Sector 2, who's that? Sector 2, it's Wesley, he's DNF'd. Wesley has DNF'd, and I think that's into the castle. Bruv, I've generally, what do you call it? How do you say this? Ooh, watch out! Mother of Lord. It's into the castle. That nearly caused a massive collision. And I wonder if we're going to get some pits. Spaffis is in the pits, obviously for some softs. A late safety car causes this to happen, and people could be sitting ducks here. It's Kazingal's in the pits. Dick McManaman's in the pits. Rancy's in the pits. Nexon's in the pits. Spaffis is in the pits. We could be on for a fantastic finish here. Is it enough time? I think we only have 1 lap on the safety car. Look at that, Kazingal managing to pit. Kazingal managing to pit and sit out in T10. McManaman the same, P9 staying in those points. Spaffis maybe has cost himself a podium. If this doesn't work, he might have 2 laps of racing, but you know what? 2 laps of racing is all you need to get where you want to be. But maybe, I don't know, maybe, was it right? I don't know how much, he's not going to challenge for first. I don't think he'll challenge for first. Well, I think the safety car lap is only this lap and another lap. I'm pretty sure. So we'll have 2 laps of racing. Actually, it might just be this lap. No, we'll have... This is going to be the 25th lap. So, yeah, we're going to have 1 lap of racing. 1 lap of racing? That's weird. They don't usually do that in online games. Like, you usually don't have... You can't have a safety car this close to the end. Is the castle, maybe? I think a lot of drivers also... I know they went for the softs. I think a lot of drivers may have messed this up and not taken into account that there's only 1 lap of racing. Because generally, I don't know if Spaffis gets back into the podium positions here. He's got to make a lot of room. He's gonna. Ooh, this is gonna be a hectic safety car restart because people are gonna push like hell. Things seems to be heating up in that Div 1 chat, by the way. Well, I think safety car will be in this. Safety car might be in this lap. If not, we're gonna have a safety car finish. Yeah, the safety car is in this lap. We're gonna have a lap of racing, and it's all depending on how this man can defend Tool, who's been literally dominant the whole race. From qualifying to the race has been literally Shaquille O'Neal on the boards. But Fox is gonna make one last effort to push this. And could we see an outside push from maybe some of the people who put it on softs? Obviously, realistically, the only one that can do that is Spaffis, I think, on just pure pace and obviously extra grip levels. But like, it's all or nothing now. You gotta push like hell, and he needs a clean breakaway here, Tool. See you trying just to bait them in. Ooh, a little bit of a. And he's racing. Racing is underway under the last lap of the session here today. We have anything like last race is finished, we're going to be in for a treat. Now, Fox Blue seems to have got on his tail. Good start by him. 10K, trying to make a lunge down the inside. Moves ahead of Stav and moves up in the P3. He's in the podium positions for the first time this race. Spaffis already up the P5 ahead of Tim McManaman. He's going to get squeezed there. Very close to hitting that wall. Good car control from a lot of these drivers. And who's up in the P5? He's going to be a lot quicker than a lot of these drivers, I'll tell you that much. Rancy making a move down the inside the Alfa Romeo and pushes Spaffis into the wall. What was he doing? And that's lost him the race. That's lost Spaffis the race. That's really ruined them. That has cost Spaffis any chance of making any movements here this race. This has been absolutely chaotic from Rancy, I think, some of the moves he's done. And that's cost him big time. And that's cost us a Grand Slam finish, I think, to the end. Oh, look at these drivers coming through the castle. I wouldn't be surprised if... Ooh. Really dull things down. And I tell you what, ooh, Kazingle dropped down 2 places. Down to P12. What's happened with him? Trying to make a move down the inside. See if he can make that move over. Next thing, he's... Oh, it's a race! And it's pit him off! And it's smacked his car. Kazingle, his race has been ruined as well.
That's been a horrible restart, to be honest with you, of racing. But that, oh my god, what a restart. Jesus, Casino been absolutely fisted down the inside of his wings. Brent is DNF'd as well. It's been absolutely chaotic, might I add. But it doesn't matter because the dominance has come from this Haas driver. Tool here wins in Azerbaijan. Fox takes his podium position on his return. 2nd place, Staff P3 takes over from 10K. Spaff is P5, surprisingly holds out P5. P6, McManaman, P7, D-Max, P8, Rancy, Racing, Ryan, P9, and next rounds out the points positions. In P10, Donkey Dan, just missing out, P11, Black Mamba, P12, and I can't remember the rest. Brent, Kazingle, no, Kazingle might finish this. He's finished this. Sten, Brent, Wesley, and someone else has crashed out. I tell you what, that restart was absolutely atrocious. I will call this out. The standards has to be much higher for that restart. You gotta give people room, man. You gotta give people room, and you gotta let people work, because especially on a track like Baku, man, it's already hard enough as it is. But yeah, some people's races have been royally screwed over there at the end. But anyway, there you have it. There's our standings. I'm just gonna go through the P11. We've got Donkey Dan, Black Mamba, Mickey Lauda, Kazingle, Sten, and Brent. And then we've got DNF from Wesley and Lynx. We had a couple of safety cars. Very entertaining race. Very entertaining race. And it was a good showing from some drivers. Some good car control and some really good driving. And the pace from Tool today, absolutely outstanding. Really on par with like one of the best races I've seen from anyone in this division this season. Of course, it was very young, but yeah, that was a great race. Just at the end, man, and some of the some racecraft from some people, and just something it was not Div 1 level, it was Div 4 level. Let's be honest. Some of the things we saw today were Div 4 level, which is a shame. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the stream as much as I've enjoyed the race. It's been a pleasure as always to commentate. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Tomorrow we've got Div 4 back, and next week we are back, and I'll tell you what track we are on back with. We are here on we are here in Austria. Austria is always a